Most people don't realize this, but playing small is one of the most subtle and dangerous forms of self-sabotage. You often feel it when you know there is more inside you, when you sense a bigger version of yourself calling your name, but somehow you still shrink, doubt, hesitate, or hide. It's almost like you dim your own light just to fit into spaces that no longer match who you're becoming. This quiet conflict is what makes the message "Stop Playing Small" so important. And today we're diving into this idea through the teachings of Bob Proctor, along with insights from some of the greatest philosophers and thinkers ever known. Bob Proctor believed deeply that every human being is born with infinite potential. According to him, the only reason most people never express even a fraction of this potential is not because of lack of talent or opportunity, but because of unconscious mental programming. He often said that we live based on our paradigms, which are the collection of beliefs, habits, fears, and patterns we inherited from our environment. These paradigms control how we act, what we pursue, how much we think we deserve, and ultimately, the size of life we allow ourselves to live. When you look closely at why people play small, you see that it often comes from a deeply rooted fear. Fear of judgment, fear of failure, fear of embarrassment, and surprisingly, fear of success. Many people shrink themselves because they don't want to stand out, or because they feel unworthy, or because they've been conditioned to believe that wanting more is too ambitious or unrealistic. Psychologist Carl Jung famously said that whatever we fail to bring to awareness will continue to control our lives. In other words, people play small not consciously, but because invisible beliefs have shaped their self-image. James Allen, the author of As a Man Thinketh, wrote that we don't attract what we want, we attract what we are. This means your life expands or shrinks based on the image you hold of yourself internally. If your self-image is small, limited, and doubtful, then your actions, choices, and opportunities will shrink to match it. The life you live is simply a reflection of what you believe about yourself. But playing small comes with consequences. Every time you hide your potential, avoid opportunities, or resist stepping into a bigger version of yourself, you experience a very real but silent emotional cost. You feel underfulfilled, not because life is unfair, but because deep down you know you're capable of more. Earl Nightingale once said that the opposite of courage is not fear, but conformity. When you play small, you conform. You choose safety over growth. You choose comfort over possibility. You choose predictability over purpose. This leads to a life that is safe but not satisfying, predictable but not powerful, comfortable but not fulfilling. Napoleon Hill observed that one of the biggest causes of failure is quitting too soon. But the deeper truth is that many people quit before they ever start. They disqualify themselves mentally long before life ever tests them. They talk themselves out of opportunities before anyone else gets the chance to say no. That is what playing small really, giving up on your own greatness by refusing to even attempt to express it. Bob Proctor emphasized that everything you will ever become begins with your self-image. If you see yourself as someone who is average, limited, unprepared, or unworthy, then your decisions, habits, and results will align with that identity. But when you create a new image of yourself, someone confident, capable, deserving, and strong, everything about your choices begins to shift. You start taking bolder actions. You start setting bigger goals. You start demanding better for yourself. You stop apologizing for wanting more. Other philosophers echoed this same truth. Seneca, the Stoic philosopher, said that life is not short. We just waste too much of it. That wasted time is often spent hesitating, doubting, seeking approval, or trying to fit into roles that were never meant for us. Marianne Williamson famously wrote that our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate, but that we are powerful beyond measure. And she added that playing small does not serve the world. When you shrink, you deprive others of the gift of your full potential. Stopping the habit of playing small begins with increasing your awareness. You must start seeing yourself through a new lens. You must stop living based on fear and old beliefs and begin living from possibility. You must imagine the larger version of yourself and start making decisions from that place. You must step into environments, conversations, and opportunities that stretch you rather than shrink you. You must develop the courage to speak up, take action, and embrace discomfort, because courage is built through repeated boldness. You must also stop seeking permission. No one will ever give you the green light to become great. No one will ask you to rise or expand. That is a choice only you can make, and you must make it every single day. Acting now is one of the most powerful tools you have. Action destroys fear. Action creates clarity. Action builds confidence. Each step you take toward your true potential weakens the part of you that wants to play small. The truth is, you are not created to live an average life. You are not designed to shrink yourself in order to make others comfortable. You were not born to hide your gifts, your voice, your talents, or your purpose. Bob Proctor often said that people tiptoe through life hoping to safely reach death. That is what playing small looks like. A life where fear is the driver and potential is left unexplored. You are capable of more than you realize. There is a bigger, stronger, wiser, more powerful version of you waiting to be expressed. And life expands for the person who chooses expansion. You must choose it boldly, unapologetically, and consistently. So starting today, make the decision to stop playing small. Decide to step fully into your power. Decide to speak, act, and live from your higher self. The world is waiting for your greatness, and your future self is waiting for the moment you finally stop shrinking and start rising. If this message resonates with you, then write in the comments, "I'm stepping into my higher self." Say it to yourself right now and begin your journey today. Let the universe hear you. Please encourage this channel. Like, comment, and share. I'll see you in the next video.